Welcome to We Are Something Else, episode 180. My God, fantasy. All right. And we're here. We're here. Look at that. It's three of us. Three of us. So I'm Kaleo. There's Takeover Trina. There's my boy, E-Rich. What's good with y'all? Come on off mute. We are here. Another Thursday. Oh, by the way, CB's in London, by the way. Not here. Go figure. E, what's good with you, bro?
Long days at work, bro. Still on the clock, but we're gonna make it happen tonight.
Sheesh. Takeover. What's good? How are you? Frozen.
Yeah, she's frozen.
There she go. You good? We can work through this. We're having a little technical difficulties, but that's what we got to do. We go pivot. Can you hear us? You good? Let's go. While you get yourself together, let's go. Let me see who we got in the chat. Got a lot of people in the chat. I want to thank everybody for chiming in tonight. As it comes up. All right, so let's see. We got. Look at these comments. Are they showing up? Boom. Britt, yeah. We got Funk. We got Chuck. Britt again. K. Danielle, we appreciate you being here. Jen Glenn. Anissa, we see you. Be easy. Rashad. Hey, look, Rashad got something happening for him this weekend. Shout out to you, bro. Lisa Monet is here.
Congrats, bro.
Congrats. So what we're gonna do? So we got a night. This is a great night. E. Me and you have been talking about it behind the scenes. What's getting ready to happen? We got something new we're gonna debut tonight, and I'm just glad that everybody's here to see it. To see if we got Takeover still in here. But anyways, let's get started, bro. How's your week going? You said you're working outside of work. How's everything else?
I mean, according to my boss, there's no such thing as work hours. But nah, man, listen, it's the last quarter. We're trying to get some stuff done. Audits are coming in. Clients need that report, taken care of. Got a trip, 2 trips actually coming up for work. So we looking at it. We gonna make it happen. But we here, bro. Listen, I am happy for since it's Thursday. I know we talked about what we got for the show today. I'm excited because I actually got some shoes in. So it's always a good thing when you get
I got some shoes too.
Notification that you got some shoes in for sure.
All right. So I was gonna go on a rant. I'm not gonna go on a rant because I want to stick to the schedule tonight. I want to give the people the full show we got lined up because I'm not overselling anything, but you and I and CB have been talking behind the scenes for a long time of trying to get a presence in on this show, and I think tonight we finally gonna get it to happen. You know what? We got these fancy little graphics now. I done did all this. Let's look at that. There we go. All right, so let's start rapping, bro. I got a couple of stories to get through. Let's start with this one. Mikey Williams. University of Memphis. Let's see if we can bring Takeover in real quick. Takeover's back. All right, so Mikey Williams, University of Memphis. What's the face of probably the NIL? I mean, and this guy had over 5 million followers on social media. Well, April 13th, he was arrested in his $1.2 million hilltop home in San Diego for an incident that happened about a week or two prior. So what happened was, he said apparently a bunch of uninvited guests showed up at his house that he didn't want there, obviously uninvited, pulled a gun out and started firing at the cars as they pulled away. Allegedly. But my man is facing up to 9 felonies, facing about 30 years. Wow, now what the hell is Alexa talking about? I didn't even know Alexa was plugged up. Let's figure that. Facing felony charges up to 30 years. And the attorney said it's likely Mikey's going to do some significant time. He's going away. So let's talk about this. These NIL deals. I mean, we know, if you don't know what NIL is, it's name, image, likeness, right? That's the NIL. There you go. And let's talk about a college player living in a $1.2 million mansion as well. Oh. All right. So this guy just pretty much screwed up his whole career. Because if you're Memphis, what are you gonna do? Cut him? What are you gonna? I mean, he's going away. So let's talk about this. Let's talk about how this guy messed his bag up. Perhaps. Do you see any light at the end of the tunnel for Mikey Williams?
Not at all. Once you get caught up into that, once it gets to the courts, and again, you've been in the limelight for playing basketball, and then the company you keep around you doesn't have the best, they don't have the best report, if you will. And anytime firearm is included to any charge, that's a wrap. So, you talk about just staying out of trouble. You know what I'm saying? Like if he could have just, and it happened out here, right? Like it happened in Cali. Like you're supposed to be in Memphis. If he was in Memphis at the facility or at the school doing what you're supposed to do, like there wouldn't be no issue. But it's one of those things where 30 seconds of a decision is about worth 30 years of your life.
Yep.
And now you have to sit there. And here's the bad part about it is, listen, then he quoted a rapper in court, and it's like, I'm sure his attorney would have probably said that probably wasn't the best thing to do. So when people think that they're above it because, like I said, these kids got money, just because you got money don't mean you could beat that court system. Because just because you got money don't always mean that you're gonna be able to win that case. So, and your NIL deal goes away, just like it just did. Everybody that was sponsoring them pulled the deal. Yep. So at the end of the day, you were at 1.2, but now you have no money, and the money that you did have is going to your lawyer. So there's that.
Takeover, thoughts on this Mikey Williams situation?
Yeah, so first let me just say hello, Kaleo, hello, E-Rich, and hello, everyone watching. As you can see, I've transitioned to my winter home. So, they're working on the internet here. But yes, this Mikey Williams situations, sometimes when you get everything that you want, I believe that you're going to be put through a test to see, can you actually handle it? And this was unfortunately a test for this young man. And so the allegations surrounding this case, are unfortunate. Mm-hmm. And I hope it ends up with the truth prevailing and justice served for, the actions, fits the crime or whatever. But, I understand he's a young adult. Okay. And so sometimes you cannot control a young adult. You can't tell or advise a young adult of what to do because they're going to do ultimately what they want to do. Mm-hmm. But this screams that, young athletes, especially high profile young athletes at the collegiate level, they need that guidance. They need that mentorship. They need the do's and the don'ts on how to handle a variety of situations. Media training, social media, training, financial, women, groupies, mm-hmm. Around the wrong people. It just screams that. So, they
need to get that old, what's her name? What's her name?
No. I know you talk about.
Who did Dion bring in there?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know who you talk about. Yeah.
Her first name is Brittany, but Takeover, they actually have these classes. There is a class. They have symposiums. They have it set up. Any walk on, any scholarship player, athletes that go to any college, or shall I say major college, right?
Right.
There's literally they sit you in an auditorium, mm-hmm. right? And there's one person up there, and that one person is typically somebody who had actually gone through situations, right? And they literally sit there and they tell them what happened to them and how that 30-second, they talk about the females, they talk about how you go into the club can automatically, like the fact that the police already know who you are. So like they have it. It's the difference. It's the difference in that young person that's getting money. Cause like I said, you talking about these kids are getting millions of dollars, whereas athletes before, they were seeing probably, you know, a couple hundred thousand, but it was under the table. They didn't, you know, they couldn't talk about it.
Yeah.
And then in the sense that, you know, the way this was, at the end of the day, you know, like you said, if he's he's a kid, not even a young man, he's a kid, right? Playing against other, you know, playing basketball, in the sense that at the end of the day, he's a kid with millions of dollars that nobody can tell him nothing, that he was able to do a whole lot that other people can't do. And so at the end of the day, there was probably people that told him, you probably should chill out. You need to lay low, just get to the season and then do your thing and then head to the NBA. But
and that's what I was saying. It goes back to, you know, you can advise them, but you can't control them, you know? So,
yeah, I mean
you just got to stay low key, you know?
Yep. So what I'll say is, yeah, we've seen a few situations where these athletes, these top dollar high projected athletes, you know, some of them you can control, some you just really can't. Like, we live in a system where, look at how successful LeBron has been, right? He had the right system around him, but then look at a system like Maurice Claret, right? Who was probably a top pick for Ohio State, right? He was going to do something and got into that trouble. But in this situation, the gun, right? The gun was called, his actions in the gun is what really put the damage on this situation right here. Now, a fight is one thing, you know, kicking people out your house is different. When you start firing at people with a gun, I don't even know if the gun was legal or not, if he was supposed to have it, but he fired off, and now this dude is facing 30 years.
Yeah. I mean, he had, you know, he had the test, and unfortunately, he might have failed. Yeah.
Definitely failed the test. All right. Since we're not, this next story is actually a good one too. Again, and it's sports related, but it's not sports related. But I thought, when I came across this one, I thought it makes a lot of sense, but I want to see what everybody's thinking about. So, Big Three. If y'all don't know what the Big Three is, Ice Cube's 3-on-3 basketball league, which started up about, give me an estimate, about what, 4 years ago?
Yeah, about 4 or 5.
About 4 or 5 years ago, and it made a splash when it first started because AI was his leading kind of like the face of the league at the point, right? AI was a selling point to get everybody in the tickets. Now, the Big Three is very family oriented. The tickets are cheap. I mean, it's like $20 to $50 tickets, but you get to see they visit cities and put on like 8 or 9 games for $20 to $50, right? It's a good time. And he'll have like performers out there. So he is doing the right things. And then, so what was happening here, the story TMZ reported was the NBA is under investigation for anti-competitive behavior in diminishing Ice Cube's Big Three league. NBA uses its name and popularity to prevent sponsors from working with Big Three and discouraging TV networks from giving them exposure. NBA has gone as far as preventing players, owners, refs working with the Big Three. Now, there's a couple of things that I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna pass it off to y'all, and then we can get into some new things. So when they say the NBA, who's the NBA here? Is the NBA Adam Silver, or is the NBA the owners that wants to block the Big Three, right? So answer that. And if you don't know, Jaylen Brown, who's one of the stars of the NBA, he plays for the Boston Celtics, he this season volunteered and played in the Big Three's All-Star game to kick off the league. So typically, I mean, you would think NBA players like that wouldn't have a contract, will have in their contract that they can't play in other leagues and stuff like that. But during the summer, they play in the Drew League all the time. So I'm assuming there was nothing in place for him to play here. And he probably wasn't getting paid, but he helped bring a spotlight to the Big Three. So let's talk. So I want you to answer who the NBA is. Thoughts on Jaylen Brown playing. And then I'll circle back with like a couple follow-ups. So Takeover, let's start with you.
I mean, so the Big Three and Ice Cube are going to possibly see a very big bag if the NBA doesn't tread carefully, right? I mean, because Ice Cube, he's not here to play. And so the fear, and I do believe it's, you know, all of the owners collectively, it's in the possibilities, right? The what's going to happen if this thing really takes off. Now, do I ever think that the big three will be bigger than the NBA? Honestly, no. I don't know what your thoughts are. But I mean, let's protect Ice Cube at all costs. I mean, he is a successful entrepreneur, you know, and I think that yes, they should be NBA players should be allowed to play in the big three. Why not? You know, but we got to protect Ice Cube at all costs. And, you know, I'm just curious to see how this is going to play out. And I'm just glad that Ice Cube is using his voice and speaking out, because this is going to be an uphill battle. So.
For sure. I mean, if one person that you don't want to mess with, and that's Cube.
Right.
Ready.
Well, again, you have to also look at this in the standpoint. This case was brought up by the Department of Justice. So this was not Cube. This was not the league. There were definitely rumblings. You know, he had a couple of interviews that, you know, he definitely probably sparked what was going on, you know, behind this. But you look at some of the athletes that still play. I mean, you have All the Smoke, where Steven Jackson still plays in the big three. And because these people have voices that it's being heard, and they're still connected to the NBA in the sense of the players. To answer the first question, it's always the owners. People think that the commissioner, like, again, you know, we talk about the NFL a lot. People think that the NFL is Roger Goodell, which he does have a lot of power, but at he is employed by the NFL, which means the owners pay him. The owners are looking for him to do what's in their best interest. So same thing with the NBA. Although the NBA has a different set of optics when it comes to their commissioner, which the fan base actually likes Adam Silver more than the late David Stern, because the way
he ruled with iron.
He was an asshole. Let's just call it what it was. He was an asshole, you know. But he did grow the NBA game. So anyway, back to that though. You look at it and you just say this, like, at the end of the day, for what it's supposed to be, it's entertainment. And you would think that with the names that are still being played, and that it's still a fun game to watch, and it's not sloppy, that big three, like, just name in itself for the game should be televised and have more major sponsors at this point. And I looked at it, I think they're on year 5 or 6. I think they said it was 2017. And you have former players. You have Clyde Drexler is the GM for the league. So
Dr. J is the league.
Yeah, you have the you know, he's the commissioner. So you look at it and you say, if former NBA players actually buy into this, and not just because it's because, like Cleo said, there's other leagues out there still. I mean, there's the developmental league, there's overseas still, and again, what we're talking about here is an entity that that we own, that we can still show that we can bring entertainment and money value, because I think one of their major sponsors is like Monster, you know what I mean, which still holds a lot of weight in the sports, you know, world. So, you know, listen, it's one of those things where we know what goes behind closed doors, and some of those conversations and that are had between the owners to make sure that their pockets are still being lined the way that they are. But I guarantee you there are some owners, and I would probably say like a Mark Cuban, who would probably like this, because he realizes all it does is just bring more attention to the NBA, but it also helps former players still be able to get a little bit of check, still get their name, you know, kind of out there where people can buy their jerseys from the NBA and they still profit off of it. So it could work hand in hand. It's just, you know, owners are greedy and they don't want to give up any money.
So I don't think we'll ever see a true partnership, but we do see a lot of retired NBA players go play in the big three because they still have the love for the game. And it's only half court. I mean, the games are short. Like the structure of the game is very smart for older former NBA players that still want to play. So it's a smart league. Shout out to Jarrett, who won a Big 3 championship. And I have talked to who will be on the show. It's got to get them dates together because he on the road, he on that coaching staff for the Pistons. So, we'll get him here eventually. But look. We can always revisit this one, but I don't want to keep everybody waiting. I don't want to keep myself waiting. So we got somebody special here. Let's go ahead and bring her up. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know Sammy, everybody meets Sammy.
Sammy.
Hey, welcome.
What up?
Hey.
Before we get into why Sammy's here, we're gonna keep Sammy. We're gonna go into this next Let's Rap subject. Something that's kind of been floating around internet lately. I need to move the ladies to the top because this segment is really all about the ladies, and us fellas are gonna take a back seat, kind of, sort of, because I got some questions to ask here. I got some questions. Let me fix my camera so I'm not like all the way out of it. There we go. All right. So this viral list that's been going around, I know everybody's been talking about it, and we're probably about 2 weeks removed from it being a hot topic because we did shoes last week. So we didn't really talk about that. We talked about shoes last week. But anyways, it was a list put together of the places that women absolutely refuse to go on first dates. Here's a list of places women absolutely refuse to go on a first date to and think that the ladies who reached out. Okay, so let's go through this list. If nobody knows what I'm talking about by now, you should. This has been a viral story. And so what I'm gonna do, we're gonna go down this list, and I want y'all to answer, ladies. I want you to tell me if you agree with this spot, and then me and E gonna answer if we've ever taken someone to this spot. First date, I don't know, but we'll just answer if we've taken somebody to these spots before. So, number 1 on the list, Cheesecake Factory. Sammy, we'll start with you. Have you ever been taken here on a first date? Do you agree with this being on the list?
I don't agree with it being on the list. I would go to the Cheesecake Factory. I don't think I've been taken to the cheesecake, not as a first date, but I would go.
Okay.
Down for it.
Takeover.
Shout out to the Cheesecake Factory. I know their stock has gone up because in the past week, I've seen 5 people I know proudly just tagging on Instagram that they're at Cheesecake. I don't see nothing wrong with being taken to the Cheesecake on the first date.
Okay. E.
You damn right I have.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Go get it. You know.
Now, let me tell you, Cheesecake Factory is not one of my favorite places because the menu is difficult as hell. Like, that is the Bible of
30
menus.
pages, easy.
And like some of it is like repeat. Like, you tell me about these chicken tenders on page 2, and on page 10, you're talking about them again. So it's like a lot of repeat stuff, and it's kind of it's a lot. I hate.
I just came for the cheesecake. That's it. Just run me some cheesecake.
That was gonna be my question. Do you go to the Cheesecake Factory and not get cheesecake at all?
No.
Okay.
No.
Just wondering.
We're going to get that cheesecake now.
Okay. Applebee's.
I'm going to Applebee's. Baby, they be having them sales on the drinks. We're not skipping Applebee's.
2 for $20. No.
Yeah.
Take over Applebee's.
Yes, definitely, especially in my younger days now. Nothing wrong with Applebee's.
I know that's right. I'm them honey barbecue wings. Hey, talk to me.
You know what? We have to preface, like, at what point or what age are you taking this first date to this location? A young whippersnapper, probably, because the funds. You know what I'm saying? You trying to make sure the funds is there. But nah, hell no, no. Applebee's is trash, by the way. We've had this conversation. Applebee's is trash.
Wow.
Well, what's the value of a first date?
Yeah.
What should be spent on a first date as far as a meal?
Wait, what was the question?
What's the value? What should be spent on a first date when it comes to your meal? Like, what money? Like, what's that bill looking like? First date. I'm assuming. First date is what? How many conversations in now?
That's the difference. It's all it. Listen, man.
Yeah,
This whole thing. This whole thing is perspective, right? Because again, you talking about if you was back in high school and you running up, you already done talked on the phone. At night you done stayed on the phone when you was supposed to get off the phone. You done fell asleep on the phone. You hang up. You hang up. You done did all of that in high school. Now at this level, like, listen, man, Applebee's is just trash. I don't even know why that shit's on the list. I agree. Like, nobody should be taking Applebee's on the first date.
All right, let's just keep it
If
rolling.
a dude, listen, if I have a daughter and the dude takes her to Applebee's, I'm telling her straight up, hey, don't call that nigga back.
Savage. Okay.
What's wrong with Applebee's? What if he got good personality?
Well,
what if that's all he could afford at the moment?
It's called save your chips up, and we can do a little bit better.
Chili's.
I'm going to Chili's. I'm sorry, y'all. I really love Chili's, to be honest. I know a lot of people talk down on Chili's, but me and Chili's go together real bad.
There you go. Them honey chipotle chicken crispers.
Them things.
Yeah. Go ahead. Right. Take you got to take over.
Again, it doesn't take much, to please a woman like me. Be Trina. Easy. You didn't hear that, okay? That was I'm talking about in my younger days now. But yeah, I would have definitely did Chili's. Why not? Margaritas?
Chipotle.
Where we going afterwards? Because a few things that come after Chipotle, depending on what you get. So you gotta let me know. We going home?
Take over Chipotle.
Okay, so right or wrong, fast food type of restaurants, and I include Chipotle in that. High school, sure. As a grown woman, no. I'm sorry.
Okay. Hey.
Nah, man. Hell no. I'm not taking no Chipotle.
Yeah.
We already know what it is on this show anyway about Chipotle, so we're not gonna go there. Just holler at that. Is it just E?
I got you. Olive Garden.
I've been to Olive Garden on the first date.
Go ahead.
It was a while ago, but I'm down.
I give Olive Garden thumbs up.
I ain't been to Olive Garden in quite some time.
Yeah.
I know I've never taken anybody to Olive Garden on the first date.
No, because I thought it was a cheat code because they gonna fill up on that salad and breadsticks before we order. So you know what I'm saying? I always knew like if they smart enough, they realized that if I was taking you there, it's because I wanted you to fill up on that bullshit before you had to actually order a meal. So but nah, I didn't do that. I didn't write the Olive Garden at all.
All right, we can skip around a little bit. Okay, now this next one's interesting because Jen Glenn brought it up in the chat. Movies. Are you going to the movies on the first date?
I'm going to the movies, and then we're going to dinner after the movies.
Okay. Oh, yeah, you can that around too. So go ahead.
Yeah, I agree. Nothing wrong with a movie date. Especially if it's something that's hot. You can talk about it afterwards. Why not?
Okay. Now, I particularly remember I have taken people to the movies on the first date, and let me tell you, I am notorious for falling asleep in a movie theater. It just is what it is. I mean, that's why it's a bad first date for me. But it is what it is. I mean, I've fallen asleep, and especially if I don't get to pick the movie, like if I'm in there watching something I'm not interested in, and you got me in this dark, cold room, it's just a recipe for disaster. And then we could try to recover afterwards. I can try to make it up, but if not, you ready to go? You got to go.
Yeah, good point.
Nah, I never did the movies on the first date. I did the movies when I did take one for the team. You know what I mean? So that was the only time that I went to the movies on the first date.
You know what? I didn't even see this on the list, and I thought I read over the list. This next one is Your House. Your House on the first date. Nah. Yeah,
it's a no.
Nah.
I might die. What?
Nah. We ain't doing all
Okay.
that.
Dateline is a real thing, and people are crazy. You got to be careful in these days and times.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, you're not even in the 2000s and all that, and early 2000s. Nah, I'm still stuck on my house. Not for no first date. Like, so what's the point of a first date? Is it our first interaction, like face to face, or is it to get to know you, or is it like how long? This list is really on stipulations. How long have we known each other prior to? Like, if we met for coffee and had plenty of conversations over the phone, all that, we don't consider those dates, just friends hanging out. Like, by the time we get to these restaurants, I mean, is it something different? So that's kind of like, what's the stipulation here? I mean, or if we just being straight up and not going and diving deep, we're talking about first date, like our first time going out. Let's skip around. Any fast? We already talked about fast food. We ain't gonna do both. I don't even go to Buffalo Wild Wings. IHOP. That's a good one. IHOP. IHOP.
I feel like IHOP is a good late night, depending.
All right. I mean, we're not gonna go through this.
Yeah, it really ain't much, that I would be interested in doing, as long as you're an interesting gentleman. Like, if you can make the date worth my while, I don't care where we at. We could be in a box, the SpongeBob box, with our imagination. Just do what give me a good time.
All right, yeah. That's okay. I'm gonna go through the whole thing. What about the gym? This one is interesting. The gym.
For me, that is a no. I don't want a first date to be at the gym, but we can do a physical date activity, kayaking or hiking. I can do something like that, but just straight up going to the gym to, pump steel iron, no.
Are you going kayaking where you can get lost in the water?
Hey, I'm down for some adventure, but not the gym.
Trina's insurance plan is up to date. Let me tell you that answer. Damn it, kayaking.
Gym.
No, not the gym. We going to the batting cages so I can see what that hand and eye coordination looking like.
There you go.
And then the go-kart so I can see if I ever get in the damn car with you. Because if you drive crazy, there's no way in hell that I'm ever meeting you somewhere to get in your car. Like, I'll meet you there in my own car. Because
You're supposed to drive crazy in a go-kart. You rich? What you talking about?
No. You don't drive crazy in the go-kart. The point is for you to get through the damn course without having to have so many damn accidents. You know what I'm saying? Yes, they have bumper. We didn't say bumper cars. I said go-karts. You're supposed to get from point A to point B without bumping into other people's shit.
Y'all don't do tricks on the go-karts?
Fellas, this is why you always drive yourself.
Exactly. Bowling. I've done bowling on the first. I think that's the typical, because you get some kind of like activity in. You can still have some conversation. But the thing is, I'm super competitive, and if I start losing, I'm gonna be focused more on winning than I am the conversation. That's happened before.
Hey, bring it on. I mean, I feel like bowling, movie theaters, a lot of them have really elevated. You can go to a movie theater, get your dinner, drinks, your blanket, it's cozy and intimate. Same with bowling. It's, flashing lights, the music. So
the gym is the name of a bar we can go.
Right, Bon.
I feel like I need to tell my date story, E. You know the one. With
man. No, we got another. You got don't have another. That's right.
I'm not gonna steal a segment away. I'm not gonna do that. All right. So we don't need to go through that list, because we got something else that we've been talking about, and we're so excited about. So excited. Now we brought Sammy up at Sammy Slated?
Yeah. Okay,
we brought her up for a reason, because we're gonna go. So before we get there, Sammy, I need you to tell me what. No, let me give you a pro. So everybody knows what we're talking about. Boom, about to put you front and center. Boom. Oh,
hey, we like that.
Oh my God. Hold on. I'm about to give you your props. Hold on, wait a minute.
Yeah. She get to the cash when she walk. She look like a bad when she walk. She get to the cash when she walk. She look like a bad when she walk. Girl, do it.
Hey, okay, I was
It
feeling
needs
it.
to be a little bit longer. Just a tad bit. Hold on. I don't think they got it.
Yeah, she get to the cash when she walk. She look like a bad when she walk. She get to the cash when she walk. She look like a bad when she walk. Girl, do it.
Okay. All right. Here we are. First Thursday of the month. Let's make this a thing. So we got Miss Sammy slated. Sammy, baddie behavior. Okay.
Yeah.
Before we get into the segment, what is baddie behavior?
So I feel like the word baddie has gotten a negative connotation to it since, now we have baddies East and baddies West and all these different baddies. But in my opinion, a baddie is just somebody that's confident in themselves, confident in what they do, and authentically them. So the behavior of which being a baddie is just somebody that's owning it, like owning the area, their presence, whatever they got going on. So that's baddie behavior. We're gonna own it, we're gonna rock it, we're gonna be confident.
Okay. I can get down with that. Anybody got any questions for Sammy dives into what she's presenting to us this evening?
I stamped that. Go ahead, do your thing, Sammy.
I just want to ask, how much did Kaleo offer you? Because the way that your rollout is better than mine and CB.
No.
CB's in London, bro. I think somebody's taking our job, bro. Just if you out there listening, we in trouble, bro. We in trouble.
I can't speak on the contract.
Yeah. I meant to give her a little bit of that, but no. Okay. So for those who don't know, we'll explain later. So go ahead, Sammy. Go ahead, tell us what your segment is about and what you are presenting tonight.
Okay, so my segment will be about mainly like beauty, fashion, different things of that sort. If something's trending in those areas, we're gonna be covering it. Okay, but today, it's November. Y'all know Thanksgiving is coming up. And I don't know about y'all, but in my people's household, in every household from my daddy's side, I got two daddies, and my mother's side, the living room is where you step, okay, for Thanksgiving. So I'm coming at y'all with some options to step in these living rooms, okay? You ready?
Yeah, let me know. You ready for graphic number one?
Yeah, we ready. All right, outfit number one, y'all. This is the bougie slay. This is the outfit where it's that fine, rich auntie, she ain't got no kids, or she might have one kid. She might not be here long, and she probably only eating one plate, and she gonna take the rest to go. This is that outfit. You gonna be bad. You might not be as comfortable, but you will be serving a look, and everybody gonna want to get a picture with you.
All right, let's get one more look at outfit number one. There you go.
Yeah, look at that.
Okay.
Look at the way it's flowing.
Okay. You want number two? You ready for number two?
Let's get number two.
All right, number two.
Okay, so number two is cute, comfortable, like semi-comfortable, semi-uncomfortable. The part that makes it uncomfortable a little bit is the boots, because they have a little heel on it. But the rest, you can eat as much as you want. You can do as much as you want, move around. If they play some music, you want to dance a little bit, you can do that all in this outfit. So I think that's a nice in-between outfit. You don't have to worry about too many outfit malfunctions or things like that. Okay. I think I like that one. I don't know if that's the one I'm gonna go with for Thanksgiving though.
Okay.
All right, last one, y'all. This is the comfortable one. This is the one you just came here to eat. Don't talk to me. Don't play with me. You literally have like all the room to stretch. You can take your shoes off if you want to. And still be fine and be bad. A baddie, and it's a comfy sleigh. It's all the way comfy. You don't have to worry about nothing.
Oh my God! Hold on. No. Look, thank you. So look, let's go back full screen. So let's talk about this, because he knows that we've been trying to figure out how we can create a female presence on the show, right? Thank God Takeover kind of fell in our lap, and she's been down the ride for a while. Shout out to Be Easy, because we gotta give Be Easy credit, because you can if you don't know where Be Easy is, you can catch him on Soul Tales. Run back last week's episode. Be Easy's fashion review segment was pretty dope. Shout out to him. But we've been looking for a female presence just to get diverse. And you are literally, I don't want to say our experiment, but you were the first person to say yes. To come to the game. When you gave me the video. I just put the music on it. You already ready to go. You're ready to go. So we appreciate you. Thank you for that. So look, if y'all want to know, first Mondays of every month, you're gonna get baddie behavior with Sammy. Okay, you down for that? You down for that?
Okay. Y'all better be down for that. I don't know. Come get these tips. Come get this work. We're gonna be on baddie behavior.
That's right.
And then also, what was I going to say? Lost my train of thought, but we appreciate you one way or another. But that's what it was. Where can we find you? Because you just started something. You all over the place now. You and this cousin crew of yours. Shout out to them because they are awesome. Shout out to Lisa Monet, Britt Lachelle. Shout out to my cousin. What do y'all have going on these days?
We have a new podcast running through this thing, the Cousin Crew Conversations. You can find us on YouTube, Instagram, Twitch. We got a lot coming. We'll be doing bi-weekly podcasts we did Monday this week, but it's going to be every Tuesday. And we'll be coming with a lot of wild and chaotic things. If you don't know, you'll find out. Our mouths have no filter. So we'll be giving it to you raw and real. And then on any other social platform, I'm Sammy Slated.
Oh my God, we appreciate you. Now you're gonna stick around for one more segment, right? Because you got to stick around for what's getting ready to happen next, right?
Yeah, I'm sticking around.
Let me find my man. Here we go, right here.
Or something else.
All right, my bad. I thought the graphic. Hold on, there you go. Let me cue you up. There we go. See, look, we got a new designs in the house, man. I told you, I was ready to go this week. E.
I see. I guess I gotta get my video together since
it's
like 1988 compared to what the guests get nowadays. But no, we good. We good. But no, listen. I appreciate both of you being on here, rocking with us. We are something else. Like I said, we try to just do our thing and have a good time, and having the ladies present is always a plus. And like I said, the comments definitely be on hit for you guys and not us, so we know what it is. But this is the segment of Is It Just E? We are in November, and unfortunately, there's a holiday, if you will, if you want to call it that, where we gather and there's things that are going to take place. So I'm trying not to get too much into that because there are some other Is It Just E's that are definitely going to come out in regards to gatherings. However, there's something that needs to be said, and I'm the one that's going to say it. I just have to be that one, and it's all right. But listen, the motherfucking take home, you know what I'm saying? The leftover. Listen, this is a two-part Is It Just E. There's the shit only needs to stay in the refrigerator no more than 2 days. After 2 days, you need to throw that shit out. Okay? Not only that, but when your Tupperware starts to change colors and the shit don't look like how it used to look when you first bought it, it's time to throw that shit away or get you some new shit. I'm not playing. If I open up the damn refrigerator, even at the parental's house, you dig, and I see some shit in there, I'm throwing it away immediately. You dig? It's been in there too long. The shit, and then y'all put the spaghetti in that one, and the shit turns yellow, right? Because or the red, right? But it's the oil, and now that shit ain't even clear or white no more. It's stained. So that's now your official spaghetti joint. Look, I'm trying to tell y'all, if I see this shit, I'm throwing it out. And if you see this at somebody else's house when you open their fridge, it might be time to get ghosts. You dig? So Is It Just E is, y'all better watch out for these leftovers. First of all, it's not even good to eat the leftovers after a certain amount of time anyway. It's just time to throw that shit away and just, get you some new food. But hey,
I mean, so I know us as colored folks, we collect them. We collect them all. You got the ones from the sandwich containers that we done turn, when with the lunch meat in it. That once it's gone, we wash that, and that's gonna hold the spaghetti for a couple days. I mean, it's true. It's true. I mean, why? And they tell you you're not supposed to heat up plastic, but we putting these shits in the microwave for sure, melting the food halfway to the bottom of these containers. So here's my question. This is what I noticed. Why do when we heat up the leftovers, we just take the top off, put it in the microwave, and hit 5 minutes and walk away? You come back and the whole thing is melted to the bottom of the microwave. The food done burnt, and if people don't use splatter guards in the microwave, that's a pet peeve of mine. Because if your microwave look like a crime scene, I'm not eating over there. That's all I got to say.
We can double down on that. I don't trust people who actually put in the right time on the microwave. I need you to hit that 30-second shit for about 4 or 5 times to get to 2-3 minutes.
And I'm gonna need you to unplate, take it out the Tupperware and plate it. Okay, that's the proper way. Okay, the only way.
Y'all eating me the hell up because, baby, look, I'm not using that motherfucking splatter guard. I'm not. Look, I ain't throwing away the Tupperware. What are we throwing away the Tupperware for? Just because it got a little oil stain there. What? Who raised y'all? Where y'all grandmas at?
My grandmama, she used to sell Tupperware, and I need some fresh Tupperware. Matter of fact, I need some, environmental friendly, because that Tupperware, is that BPA free? I don't know. Give me some nice glass, a new glass bowl and dish, and I'm gonna go ahead and make it do what it do.
Okay. All right. Look, y'all, we appreciate all y'all being in the comments. Sam, we appreciate you for stopping through. I know your time is important. And we want you to come back next month to do this all over again. So don't want to hold you up. Appreciate you for being here again and being for the first person to come through and have the segment ready to go.
All right. Thank you. I appreciate y'all.
We'll be in touch. Let us know. Let everybody know where they can find you again for the next episode of Cousin Conversations.
The Cousin Conversations. That's on Instagram and YouTube and Twitch.
All right. Thank you. We'll see you. All right, guys. Let's figure out what we're gonna do. Where are we at now? So we is it just speaking of leftovers, well, I don't know if you're putting this in the Tupperware container, but DC Shop Pie. Save 10% this weekend. WRSE 10. Shout out to the Black Business Series that featured DC Shop Pie. Shout out to Grant, the wonderful owners of DC Shop Pie. Black Business Series making Chicago deep dish pizza this weekend. Use our code. Save 10%. WRSE 10. Look, you can, if you're not in the DMV area, still order one and just send it to one of our houses. Just to support the Black Business Series. We appreciate you. And now. Oh, since CB's not here, I guess I'm gonna do this copper drop again this week, which is fine. I always like looking for the shoes that's releasing this week. So this week's copper drop. Oh, we got the Iverson Reebok Answer 3s. Now, a lot of people know what Iverson did for the NBA and what the sneaker means for the community. The shoe releases November 10th. For a price point of $140. Reebok. Iris, the Answer 3s. Copper drop. It's a drop for me, but it may be a copper drop for some other folks. Maybe a copper for some folks. Takeover. We're going to start with start with you. Thoughts, cop or drop? Why didn't it move you over? There you go.
So personally, I'm not a Reebok type of gal, but for the kids, the price point, I don't think it's bad. And, we want to do it for Iverson and we want to do it for the culture. So I like the colors. The colorway is nice. My boys would definitely ride with that. So I'm a cop.
Okay. My bro.
These are a drop. The colorway is dope, but these weren't this silhouette of his shoe line wasn't the one for me. I mean, it was always the patent leather up front, or when they changed it out, then it was suede the next run out. But these didn't really do too well. These ended up being like team shoes of like the cats that lived in the other county that you would play.
Yeah, it kind of fizzled out. The shoe had fizzled out after a lot of people were into the answers. That was the second one, right? With the DMX bottom, and some people were into that. Wasn't really my cup of tea. Let's go to the chat. I know I just seen Carlos comment on the other screen. Carlos said super drop. What else? Drop by Be Easy as well. Shout out to Bunk. All right, E. And it's time for shoe and tell. And then we're gonna get up out of here. This is we want time. We want point tonight. So everybody, people who don't know what shoe and tell is, shoe and tell is when we spotlight a sneaker or anything we wanted to bring to the game. What you got for me, E?
I don't know. This box not gonna probably come through, but it's a black Nike box, but there's some details on there with that box, and you can hear me unwrapping all this shit that's in the box, which I probably should have done before, but it's all right. That's how you know where it's at. Because like I said, I was happy because I got some shoes in the damn that came through. Do that right there. And here we go with it right here.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I see you.
You see that A on the back of that. These are the airships. Again, the age sole. This just it's a clean, dope shoe. I'm definitely gonna probably end up putting. I don't know. I might put the age shoestrings in there. Just because
I think that's the only one.
No, it's a black one.
That's the only one I would rock.
Yeah, it just looks weird putting the black shoestrings in there for me. But the age shoestrings definitely look dope.
Be easy. What are you rocking with yours? There you go. What color you got, B? What color you putting yours? Go ahead.
But yeah, even all the way down to the sole. The sole of it is look like it's already been like, I mean, not worn because it's got the fresh grip, but it's a dope shoe. Listen, the leather on this shoe, you can definitely tell they put some time into it, and the suede on the backside was crazy. So,
gotcha. All right, let me see. Bees are using the age laces as well. All right, I guess I'm gonna keep up the Nike going. So these were actually featured on Copper Drop a couple weeks ago. The red pandas,
nice.
Not to be confused with the regular pandas that everybody and their mama got. The red pandas, and I'm not even really like this color kind of person, but it stood out to me. But then like you get the kind of rough suede at the top. I definitely sprayed these already. Then you got like on the tongue of the shoe, it's like textured or whatever. But yeah, super suede, super clean, brown bottoms. But yeah, red pandas mocked after. If you've never seen a red panda in a zoo, look up the red panda in the zoo, and that's where you get this colorway from. So yeah, I haven't worn it yet. I sprayed the hell out of them because they suede. So we should rock them next week. Takeover, what you got?
Okay, so loved both of you guys shoes. Mm-hmm. I'm also going with the black and white, which I know about the little pennies throwback edition.
Okay.
Foam posits. I'm from the DMV, so represent, and ladies do rock foam posits,
With
so
okay.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you gotta have, some personality, some swag to be able to rock these, and black and white, you can't go wrong.
With the Newport check.
That's dope. No, those are like that.
Yeah, those are dope. I ain't seen those in a minute.
Sure.
All right, so where are we at this point in the show? Hold on one second. Let me clear that out. Boom. All right, we are at the thank you portion because we about to get up out of here. I want to thank. So look, the chat was on fire tonight. The chat was live. We always appreciate the chat because you guys come back, you make it interesting and keep us going. A shout out to my friend, my Golden Girl shirt. If you didn't see my friend's shirt tonight,
Okay.
Yeah, you ain't see that. That's what I'm rocking tonight.
Nice.
But, look, we appreciate everybody for stopping through, supporting us, and we try to make sure that we are conscious of your time, and we try to keep everything to an hour. Shout out to Sammy. Seriously, Sammy. Seriously, I reached out to Sammy and asked her if she would be interested. Told her what we were looking to do, and I gave her free reign on what she wanted to talk about. And she came through. She did that. So we appreciate you, Sammy. Can't wait to see what you bring next. Again, you can catch Sammy first Thursday of every month. Sammy will be here with the baddie behavior. Takeover. Y'all got any closing remarks before we get out of here?
Go ahead, Trina.
I appreciate everyone for rocking. Make sure you like, subscribe, share this episode, and just have a great weekend, everyone.
We are something else.
My bad, guys.
We are something else.
No, for real. Yeah, definitely, man. Listen, we appreciate the people in the chat. I challenged the people in the chat to reach out to their friends. Hey, man, listen. Everybody got somebody. Somebody. Tell them to come check us out for real. We just trying to do a little movement here. Support is free. Shout out to Sammy for definitely getting on the pod and doing her thing, and to the Cousins crew. I know their podcast would be great. Look for that We Are Something Else merch. We in the lab, we still working, but things is going to be
stream WRSC Hit and Run. Make sure y'all stream Hit and Run. I'm definitely playing Hit and Run. Go ahead, my bad. Go ahead.
No, you got it. Listen, I know where you're going next. I'm not on there, so go ahead.
So yeah, we're gonna make it official. Even though I'm not ready, I'll be ready. So tomorrow, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 12:05 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Give about 5 minutes to maneuver around. We're gonna go ahead and do this abstract. We Are Something Else presents the abstract. We're gonna go ahead and do this on Station Head for the first time tomorrow. I'm definitely gonna play Hit and Run tomorrow because I just got to. This is just my platform, so I got to play that. But so come through, support. Even though I don't know Station Head all the way yet, we're gonna make it good. I know how to pick a good playlist. We're gonna have some fun. So if you around, get on Station Head, 12:05 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and check out Kindle B at 8 a.m. So real quick. I'm sorry, we got a couple seconds, and I don't want to take too many people's time around. But look, everybody know the AMP ended this week. I was in the room on the shutdown, it was just like watching the Titanic sink. And you had all those people just kind of floating around in the water. You just heard was voices. Then at a certain point, people started freezing and you didn't hear anything. It's kind of how it was when AMP shut down. But we are now over Station Head. But let's talk about Kindle B. Kindle B, if you don't know, this guy, he was on the show. First of all, he did last night at DJ Save My Life. He was on the episode. Shout out to him. But this guy's in radio for years. He's been in radio for years. And he came over to AMP and did his thing on AMP, and then now he moved over to Station Head for his people. He didn't have to do that. So I mean, there's nothing but respect for Kendall because he didn't have to move his show over or continue to do a show. But like the community that he built, that chat, I mean, just the relationships. I'm glad that he did because there's a lot of good people in there that I've met that are in here tonight that have supported he and I. So I'm glad that he was able to do that to keep that going, that community, the Beehive going. So shout out to Kendall because look, that brother didn't have to do that, but he did. So we'll be over there tomorrow. Eventually, I'm assuming Takeover will be there. Eventually, we'll talk. You let me know. Yeah. Okay. All right. And get ready for these hoodies, this merch for holiday season. You got to buy some Culture Couture. You're gonna have to buy some We Are Something Else hoodies and get your shoes ready. So. That's all I got.
Be on the lookout for live from the cheap seats with the CB and your boy E Rich doing the podcast. We got something in plan. Like I said, definitely come and check us out. We're gonna make some stuff happen. We are something else. Is about to 2024 is about to be a year. So
let's go.
Shoelace Bunk. See, I like the way you think with these shoelaces, Bunk. All right, y'all. Episode 1. Man, we getting close to 200. We gotta do something special for 200. Episode 180 fantasy. Appreciate y'all. Peace.